Hey, good evening, guys. Good evening. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. So I wanted to do a continuation to the video I did yesterday because after I did that video and I log on to the system, right, to kind of see, where we are as a group and also look at everybody's individual numbers, right, in reference to money being made, right? I'm gonna say this, man, because this is like it was so disappointing to see actually everybody outside of me have made less than 50 grand for the year. And I'm just like, everybody here started at 70% comp plan or above. Probably one or two people might be above 70%. But everybody else is right around 70, or above. In a situation where you have a 70% or above comp plan, and it is right now November, and some, if not all of you guys have made less than 50,000 for the year. Like, I don't really know what to say about that. I mean, it's depressing. It's demoralizing. I mean, when I was with the other company at 35% comp plan, at 35%, I was taking home over 50,000. At a 35% comp plan with no leads, my manager wasn't giving me any clients. They won't give me any leads. Like, it was all me. So that's one of the reasons why I did that video yesterday, because, now in my mind, I'm thinking like, is this something for you? Like, do you really want to do this? Or are you just shooting the breeze, or you just talking? Because to me, I'm doing the math and I'm like, hold up. How do you get a 70% comp plan? At a 70% comp plan, you should easily be walking into 70 grand or more for the year. At a 70% or above comp plan, your comp plan should correlate to how much you make. And if you're aggressive, it's going to be more. For example, if your comp plan was 35%, you shouldn't make less than 35%. You know what I'm saying? You should be at 35 or above. So if your comp plan is 70, you shouldn't make less than 70. You should be at 70 or above. If your comp plan is at 100%, you should make 100. You should make 100 and above. So at this point, and I posted that video yesterday and nobody said nothing. So here's what I'm realizing. I'm realizing that there's two things that I believe you guys are missing. One is self-pride, and the other is team pride. And both of those are character issues. Self-pride, which means I have pride in myself to go out and make it work no matter what, because I know that people are dependent on me. I know that as a grown adult, I got a responsibility, a pride about myself and about what I'm doing. And team pride is just that. What kind of pride do I have about the team that I'm in? Do I care if that team succeed or does it? It doesn't matter if you're here or at a job. It doesn't matter. What kind of pride do you have? I'm going to give an example. When I sold cars, we get reports every week of what we're doing, but then also what the other dealerships of the particular vehicle that we sell were doing. And I would get that report Friday morning. I will pull that report and see where we at. Because in my mind, Ain't no way I'm letting Sheehy beat us. Ain't no way I'm letting that Waldorf car dealership beat us. Ain't no way I'm letting Alexandria beat us. Ain't no way I'm letting Dollars beat us. Like, I will pull that report and I will go see where we are at. And that would tell me, all right, I got to put in extra hours, extra days. And we'll have a rally with the whole dealership and say, yo, listen, we're 10 cars behind Waldorf. We're 10 cars behind Sheehy. And we all will go to work because we had team pride. I can guarantee you guys right now, I'm willing to bet on it, that nobody even know where we are as a team. Nobody know our numbers for the month. Nobody know our numbers for the week. Nobody know our number for the year. I'm willing to bet. So now I'm like, well, what kind of business are you guys running? Like, I don't have an answer for this. What kind of business are you running where you just don't care about yourself? Because obviously, there's over 8 people in the base shop who was making less than 30 at a 70% comp plan. There's over 5 making less than 40. When I look at the dashboard, there's over 100 plus people in the company who have produced over $100,000 paid for the year. And outside of myself, nobody else is on that list. And all those people have problems just like you do. They all got fat. As a matter of fact, there's 4 people on that list in particular. 2 are single moms. The other 2 are married women. But all of them have multiple children. At least a minimum of 3 or 4. One has 5 in particular. One has 5 who is married, still making it work. One has 4 who's single and still crushing it. Then there's other people who don't have children, who are just single people and young people who are crushing it. So, whatever excuse you may think you have, or you may think is holding you back, it's not true. You are the excuse. You are the one holding you back. I don't care what the economy says. If you look at last week's leaders board, or this week so far, or the week before, or this month, there's people that have done over 20,000 in a month. So all this rah-rah that we keep talking about every single month with no substance. This is probably the last message like this that I'm gonna make. Because come next year, it's just gonna be a different environment and different way that this business is conducted. Because there's one thing about me is I just hate losing. I can't be around people who are okay with losing. It's a bad environment. It's an environment of non-growth. How can you not be concerned about yourself enough to at least produce 10? You know how easy it is to do 10K? Okay, forget 10K. At least do 5K commission paid. I don't know why that's hard. In a 30-day period. That's like a policy and a half a week. 1 policy and a half a week. And we can't do that. Listen, this video is not for me. This video is for you to internalize what you're doing here. Real talk. Like, what are you doing here? What do you want? Because if you just here shooting the breeze and wasting your time, your manager's time, like wasting money with lead, like you just, I don't know if that makes logical sense. This is the greatest business in the world. I'm talking about a business that could change your life instantly. But it's also a business that involves massive work. And if you ain't about that life, if you ain't a person who have great work ethic, but just talk a lot, then get a job. They love that at a job. You just come in, clock in, they're going to pay you a little $15 an hour. They don't really care if you work hard or not. They'll pay you just enough to come back tomorrow just to fill the position until they find a better person to replace you. Then go do that. Go do that. I mean, there are people in this team who can't even make sales manager. Been here since I've been here. And you can't make sales manager? Like the number is so, like the bar is so low. The bar is so low. And that can't even get done? Listen, I already know you guys ain't gonna watch this video. I already know. But for whoever does watch it, I hope it does something to you. I hope it wakes up something in you. Whether something that says, hey, I'm not doing the right thing, or whether someone say, you know what, this might not be for me, I'm gonna get a job. I'm just being honest with you. Because being a business person, it takes a lot of hard work. It takes a shift of your mind. It takes aggressiveness. It's not easy. It's very fruitful if you're willing to go at it and go for it. It pays well. It pays well. But again, if you ain't about that life, if you ain't about rolling up your sleeves, pulling yourself up by your bootstrap, and going to work, then get a job. Get a job. I hate to deliver a message like this on a Sunday, but when I saw the paid number for 98% of the team, I'm like, yo, what is this? This is crazy. When you're in a company with you're starting off with a high comp plan. You didn't have to graduate to the company. You're starting off at a high comp plan. On top of that, you have access to leads, people to talk to, and you still can't produce? Yeah, it's going to be some massive change. It's going to be a lot of distance from the producers and the non-producers. Real talk. As soon as January 1st hit, it's going to be a different conversation. Everybody got to figure themselves out. Either you want it or you don't. It's one or two. Some of y'all may have to stop putting in job resumes. Because this might not be for you. And I hate to say that. I'm very hopeful in saying that, man, you know what? Everybody can do this, man. You can do this. Go get it. Go get it. But sometimes you got come to reality. And understand that it's a reason. It's a reason why only 10% of the population makes most of the money. It's the reason why 90+% of the population are broke and struggling every single day. Because they are unwilling to put in their work. It has nothing to do with bad luck, nothing to do with your situation. If you want a thing in this United States of America, it involves massive overload work to get you out of that situation and get you soaring. But if you're unwilling to do that, and you're full of all excuses every single day, is this, is that, and blah, 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 man, I'm telling you right now, get a job. I had $8,000 reason this month to be like, oh my God, this is so hard. Trust me when I tell you that. But I rolled my sleeves up and pulled myself up by my bootstrap and got the job done. Listen, I say this all the time. I hope this doesn't offend anybody. I seriously, honestly do. But I do hope it rubs some people funny. Because this is a wake-up call. This is a wake-up call. No longer will time be wasted with people who don't want it. No longer will time be wasted with people who can't produce. And it has to be done this way because this is the easiest business to produce. I mean, it's so easy. In a 7-day period, you should be able to do 3 apps in your sleep. In a 7-day period. I don't care if you're the sorriest agents in all the land. Doesn't matter. If you're putting the work, you should be able to do 7 apps in your sleep. But some of you guys are going weeks in and weeks out without any apps. How is that possible? That's impossible. If you're working, it's impossible. 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 If you're putting the work that you don't write an app or 2 in a whole week. So yeah. I hope this message gets to the right person. If it rubs you funny, then it was probably meant for you. If it doesn't rub you funny, then it wasn't meant for you. It wasn't. But the season of mediocrity is over. The season of being surrounded by loser mentality is over. At least for me. No longer would I allow that environment. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday.